prairie wind whispers a mournful tune under endless skies and a silver moon. Wagon wheels turn creaking slow through the dust and dreams where we all must go. Across the rivers deep and wide, lost a brother where the currents collide. The mountain shadows grow and loom, but hope still burns through the endless gloom. Through the trials, through the pain, through the fire, and through the rain, on the Oregon Trail, we keep moving on, with the will to rise as each day is gone. The oxen pull though their strength runs dry. We give all we have neath the barren sky. A broken wheel, hunger in our eyes. Yet we press ahead where the frontier lies. The stars above light the path ahead, marking hope where the weary tread. The children laugh though the nights grow cold. Each step we take is a story told. Through the trials, through the pain, through the fire, and through the rain, on the Oregon Trail, we keep moving on, with the will to rise as each day is gone. The oxen pull through their strength runs dry. We give all we have neath the barren sky. A broken wheel, hunger in our eyes. Yet we press ahead where the frontier lies. The stars above light the path ahead, marking hope where the weary tread. The children laugh though the nights grow cold. Each step we take is a story told. Through the trials, through the pain, through the fire, and through the rain, on the Oregon Trail, we keep moving on, with the will to rise as each day is gone.
All right, welcome everyone. Hopefully for a good flight. Service update 3 is released. I've been testing it. We have a new computer on the way. I got the motherboard and the cooler for the CPU already, but everything's supposed to be in by next Thursday. We also return to work on Monday, so lots of stuff going on. But I've had these series of flights in the making for a while. I planned it all out. I got a couple of graphics. I didn't want to go done with the graphics, and there's an error on my page here, so give me a second. What's up with that? If not, I'll just take it off. Just give me a second here. I'm supposed to have my total there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Because we're still raising money. We're going to be raising money all through September, the Great Cycle Challenge. But anyways, this is our first flight on the Oregon Trail series of flights. You might notice I made a special theme for it and everything. AI, thank you very much. But it's been quite the planning on this. I gotta get a series done. They're like, I got all these ideas, and I haven't done any of them. So we're gonna start the Oregon Trail flights here today. and we're going all the way to Omaha, Nebraska by the end of this. So we've got 2 stops. We're going to stop in St. Joseph, Missouri. We're going to start out in Kansas City, Missouri, which is right near Independence, Missouri, where the Oregon Trail, Oregon, I want to make sure I say that right, because I met people from Oregon in high school, and they're like, it's Oregon, not Oregon. So the Oregon Trail. Leg 1 will be from Kansas City, but that's right outside Independence. And again, that's because the Oregon Trail, one of the starting places of it, was Independence, Missouri. It's often considered the starting point for the Oregon Trail. In the 1840s and 1850s, this town became a key outfitting point for immigrants, where pioneers gathered supplies and joined wagon trains before embarking on the arduous journey west. Independence was also one of the primary departure points for those heading to Oregon, California, and Utah, and it was a hub for the transportation of goods, services, and mail. And you might notice that I'm using a classic Oregon Trail gaming type graphic here, but the information's all mine. So hope you enjoy. That is the theme for today, and that's why we're taking off from Kansas City, everyone, which is right outside of Independence, Missouri. Independence, Missouri actually became kind of part of Kansas City, even though it's still called Independence. So, all right, without further ado, we're gonna fly this thing. So let's get our checklist out and start this thing. We are in the Piper Warrior, by the way, which we took to the Bayport series because I knew this was going to come soon if I just got out and did it. In the background is Kansas City, everybody. So it looks pretty nice. I think I'm in the right place, right? That'd be amazing if I loaded something. Oh, I am. Okay. And you see Independence is right to the east of Kansas City there. So this is the closest airport I could get other than East Kansas City. But we're going to go for it. This is Class Delta. We're on Volanta. I'm not squawking mode Charlie yet, though. So let's do that. And from what I saw in Volanta, no one's controlling us, but they will be after St. Joseph. Someone is doing Omaha, Nebraska. So anyways, checklist is. Alright. Seat track back lock. I've also kind of fixed my Honeycomb Alpha with a super glue and an eraser from a pencil, believe it or not. So I'm hoping that stays there. Seat track back lock. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. It's also wonky on this still. Carb heat is off. I wonder if the H button works. Oh, it does. All right, I mapped that to H. Throttle slight. We're gonna use these throttles. Let me just. There we go. All right, throttle slight. Sorry about the glitchiness. That is the Honeycomb Alpha potentiometers. Hence why I'm looking for a new yoke after I build my computer. Once I get more money. So, brakes are set. Rudders are feeling good. I got the parking brake off. Okay. We have full fuel, correct? Just gotta double check that. I think I did. Yes, I did. Alright. Master on. Beacon on. For some reason the battery switch isn't working. I tried fixing that, but I couldn't find a mapping thing on SPAD for that. Fuel pump on. Full rich mixture. I'm gonna prime it since it's not fuel injected. 1, 2. Right, mags to start. Here we go. Clear prop. Let's look from outside here. Clear prop. There we go. She purring like a kitten. November 120 Echo Foxtrot. I haven't worn this shirt forever. This is my old country line dancing shirt. I do kind of fit the pioneer spirit for today's flight. I should say tonight's flight, so I'm going with it. I still fit in it. It's like a 20-year-old shirt. No, actually, yeah, it's older than 20. It's like 20. Holy crap, I'm old. It's like maybe 23 years old. 20, 22. It's probably older than some of you youngins out there. All right, mixture full rich prime. Oil pressure is on my. I hate this glitchiness, but I have to put up with it. Oil pressure is in the green. Fuel pump off. Make sure the fuel pressure is still going. Lights as required. We'll turn nav on it this time. Seat belt harnesses, heat vent, defrost. I think we're good. Yeah, it's like 85 degrees. This is not real world time, but we are real world weather, by the way. We're leaving kind of in the morning. Avionics on. I'm going to use the real sim gear GNS 530. I'm going to resize this. Resize this window. that maybe. So let's ask a little higher too as well. All right. So service update 3 has been working good for me. I did have one crash the desktop. You know, it was another memory thing, but I think we're gonna be okay here. Maybe not my shirt though. Jesus. You know, that's not working. Why isn't that working? Mod's bad. That is programmed. Hello? Can we do this? Let me connect the USB here. I'm gonna restart SPAD, everybody. Just give me a second. And push that button there. So we can get this in there. Close enough. All right, but yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully by Labor Day we have that new AMD 9950X 3D processor and the motherboard and everything. A whole new case actually, because Zach, my son's gonna get what I'm running right now, the i9 9900K. So let's see if this is working. Oh, it's working now. I don't know why it wasn't working before. All right, we're going to Kilo Sierra Tango Juliet. And 2020, I'm not too happy with after Service Update 16. I cannot fly the PMDG out of Los Angeles. But wanted to do that flight too because I wanted to return from the marathon on the 737. But can't do it. Can't do it, Captain. Can't do it. So it was quite interesting that I couldn't. But all right, avionics off. ATIS. Let's get to ATIS. ATIS here is Kansas City downtown, Wheeler Field, 120.75. Okay. No, it's been a while. Get this ready to go. Now, I've been having some issues with that. See, like it'll pop up, but it won't talk. And it'll start doing that spitting out. So it's Juliet 99F4. Let's do this like in real life in a class Delta. Let's write this stuff down, shall we? But you can't hear anything, and that is a bug. So Juliet. Visibility 10. That was not happening in Service Update 2. So let's try this again. And do it again. If not, let's get it from Sky Vector. 10 square miles, visibility. It's about that for wind, so that's cool. Clear. And 2717 for the temperature and the dew point. Winds 994 and 004. Altimeter 3001. It's not going past that for some reason. But you know what? I'll take it. They gotta fix it, but it's supposed to be more stable now. So, all right, back to guard. And you know what that means. You're on guard, Whip. Another thing, streamer block got updated today, like right before the stream. Hence why it took a little longer. So 3001. Yep, wrong way, Eric. But yeah, I stepped into the school building. Oh, it did start working now. It's all right. What runway did they say? Uh-oh. I'm hoping that goes through again because I couldn't hear anything. Let's try it again. Alright, put that on now. Oops. Back to the checklist. Actually, I was right. ATIS, altimeter, transponder, alt squawk, ADS-B radio test.
Downtown Airport information, Juliet. 0200 Zulu. Wind 0, 9 or 9 or F4.
Oh.
Visibility 10. Sky condition.
Maybe it has a problem that interacts with other things. That's all I could think of.
14,000.
Towers 133.3.
27. Dew point 17. Altimeter tree 001. ILS runway 19 are in use.
19.
Landing and departing runway
19
19. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Juliet.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Downtown airport information, Juliet. 0.
I don't know what the problem is
0,
with that.
Zulu.
But now
Wind
it's not
0,
even going to
9 or 9 or F4.
to guard now.
Visibility 10.
Alright. That should be good. I don't know why it's doing all that. It's a little weird. It's weirding me out. Alright, that being said, we got that stuff. I'm testing the radio. flightsim Unicom. Warrior 0 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. Oh, sorry, getting coughs again. Allergies been a little rough again today. It's like I have constant allergies. Taxi light on. All right, test the brakes on the way out. I just had something happen. The engine just quit. Why did the engine quit? I don't know, but let's try this again. Clear prop. Well, we don't want that to happen. What the heck just happened? Oh, the alternator was off. All right, clear prop. How'd the alternator get off? Okay. Did something happen here? We're on the right. Full tank. Is there a problem with the engine? Charge the battery. Okay. No, seems to be fine to me. Shocks, might want to remove those though. Oh my lord. Alright, let's try Control E. Well, that was weird. Let's hope that doesn't happen in the middle of our flight. And that's why we go through a checklist and test things, brakes, test the way out. Alright, we are going to go to 19er. Here we are at the General Aviation Terminal and the FBO ramp. We're going to go Lima 1 Kilo, cross 19er to, oh sorry, 19er 1 Kilo, Gulf. There's a little run up area, it looks like after the ILS hold. And let's be good because the administration building's over there, okay? Alright, with that then, Toby I tracker by way, totally native, and works great. Thanks to this man online who I can't remember his name right now, but he gets all the settings. So now it's all within the simulator. Again, we have Kansas City out there, everybody. Alright, we're going to take a turn to the right. That's our goal. Alright, again, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Probably want to announce our taxi though, because we are in class Delta. So let's do that. Alright. Wheeler Field traffic, Warrior 0 Echo Foxtrot, the FBO rep, gonna taxi to 19er via Lima 1 Kilo, across 19er 1 Kilo Gulf to runway 19er, Wheeler Field. Alright. Default scenery here, so don't have anything else. It's just the way it is. Excuse me. What buildings are those? That's kind of weird, huh? I don't know. All right, this is Kilo. We're on the right. We're still on the I-9 9900. But its days are numbered for me at least, as long as my new build goes through it's fine. Wheeler traffic, Arrow 0 Echo Foxtrot crossing runway 19er 1 at Kilo on the ground. Wheeler. I don't have to feel bad about stuck buttons or anything anymore because I super glued the cable to the Honeycomb Alpha in and put downward pressure on it so that the contacts definitely make the places they're supposed to make. With an eraser that I colored black with a Sharpie. Hey, real world struggles call for real world measures. You know what I'm saying? If that's what I have to do, seeing that I just bought all these parts for a new computer, I'll do it. So I will do it. If you'd like to contribute to the Eric Flake Computer Fund, by the way, because I have it about almost halfway paid off with the money I saved. I had to pull the trigger though because I saved $200, and that's the thing. If you can do it when there's a good deal, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Here's the ILS hold line. There seems to be an aircraft in front of me, an American Airlines flight. That's what it says, at least. Sorry about that. My ear was itchy. Oh, that's not a flight. That's a little mountain from us. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna go over here for the run up. So let's do that. Okay. So I did go to the doctors today. Prognosis good. Prognosis good. My hip and back still hurting a little bit, won't lie. Parking brake on. So I've been trying to stand more, hence why I haven't streamed as much either. So I was like, I gotta get on there because I miss flying. Alright, run up, brakes are set, fuel the proper tank. We are on the left now. Okay. Trim set for takeoff. We're gonna use the wheel, but I don't typically have to worry about the electronic trim not working now because I fixed that cable. At least in my mind I did, until I can get a new yoke. Now there's two yokes I'm thinking about. One which doesn't exist yet in reality, but go back in a second. Flight controls. Let's see the lights. We're seeing all this, right? Yeah, okay. I was just making sure. Instruments, turn equator is in the middle. No flag. Heading coordinate is about where it should be. Vertical speed is good. Altimeter is good. Or 1,600 feet or so, right? 757. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hello. That looks good. Okay. Horizon looks good. Airspeed is good. All right. Well, how did I just make that go like big screen? Hello. Is that how? I guess it is actually. Okay. Well, that was kind of weird. I don't know. Something's weirding me out. Mix your best power. Primer in and locked. We tug on that in real life. Just make sure it's in there. It's got a little lock on it. Okay, 2,000 RPMs. Go. And right magneto. Back to both. Left mag. Back to both. Okay. Carb heat test. So I was looking for carb heat for a keyboard command, but it isn't in there. It's anti-ice. You have to map key to if you want it. Vacuum is good. Amps are charging big time. Fuel pressure is good. Oil pressure, oil temperature green. We're gonna idle. And back to like 1,000. Right, it's a problem with takeoff full mechanical emergency or otherwise, and there's enough available runway ahead of us. We'll board takeoff land directly ahead on the runway. If we are under, let's say, 1,300 feet, this problem mechanical emergency otherwise, we'll land directly ahead. No more than 30-degree turns. Best flight speed in this is 73. If we're above 1,300 feet, this problem mechanical emergency otherwise, we'll take a turn to the left because the wind's coming from the left. On the downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us. Best flight speed 73. Rotate at 55. Climb at 79. Why does this look so huge? Like it just does. I did something. No, I don't want you to generate a summary. Right, give me a second. It just looks huge to me for some reason. I don't know why. Get rid of that. Alright. Anyways, we're good on that. Alright, fuel pump on. Landing light on. Taxi light can go off. Strobes can go on. Okay. Nav lights are also this button, so I have to make sure it's on. I'm gonna make that go to 339er. There we go. Alright. Heading bug. Taking off from 19er, so let's just get it over there. I was flying the 152 earlier on this thing, like yesterday, to test everything. And I got some new Quebec scenery for the airport up there. It's fantastic. It's a newer company, or a company I'm not associated. I didn't know, but it's way better than the Freeware I had. And the Freeware is pretty good. You saw that in the marathon at the end of the marathon. I really wish this came out in time though, because man, it's really good scenery. Alright, strobes lights on. We're good. Alright. We good? We're good. Flaps are down. Parking brakes off. And here we go. Tow guide tracker on. Oh, cripe! Oh, bro! Did you get that? Oh, bro! If you're watching my stream, thanks for tuning in. If you're not, thanks for flying near me. Or hovering, I should say. Alright, what the hell is this place called again? Wheeler Field. Wheeler traffic. Arrow 0 Echo. Foxtrot. Departing runway 19er. Departure to the northwest. Wheeler. No stuck buttons. Oh, and I can look outside the plane now and not have to push the cable in anymore. Isn't that amazing? Alright, here we go. Let's take it. Nice little departure. You can see Kansas City on the way out. Oh, we're also climbing to 4,500, so we'll take a look at that. If I push this top button, it'll stop at 4,500. So, but the autopilot on this can be still a little wonky. So we'll see what happens. Use all available runway, so that way I have more time for emergencies. Kansas City's right there. Run there, middle. All right, here we go. Full throttle. And departing. Hope everything goes right. Rotate. Let take off. Pipers are like that. They're a little rough to get off right at like their rotate speed. Then after that, they're fine. Okay, climbing at 79. Have to trim up just a little bit. That's totally normal too. That usually happens. Look at Kansas City, everybody. Isn't that gorgeous? It's gorgeous. We're on Microsoft Flight Simulator East server if you didn't want to fly with us today. This is a short little hop here, though, just to St. Joseph, Missouri. And looking good, pretty good. Right near the city, huh? Alright, we're going to take a left turn out of here, which could be over the city. Because it says that everything is a left pattern here, so we shall do it. Oregon Trail flights, everyone, starting today. Oops, I should have left that on. Yikes. It also seems like way far away from this panel. Okay. Alright, clear on the left. Turn left. I think they would probably clear you to the right, to be honest with you. To stay away from the city, but you never know. Look at that awesome Kansas City scenery. That's stock, by the way. I don't think there's, except they have cars on top of buildings. But who's really looking at that? Sprint Center over there. I don't know what team plays there, but don't they have a basketball team actually? An NBA team? I think they do. All right, we're gonna hang out here for a little bit, and then we're gonna continue to the north. Just set the GPS here. Pilot on for now. It says heading. That's not what I wanted. Boy, that doesn't want to go that far, does it? Alright, go that way. Yeah. Turn it off because it's messing up already. Let's see if it holds. That's the first step, is to get it to hold.
Downtown Tower, Eagland_1, 13 miles southwest. Inbound ILS runway 19er approach.
Turn it off, see? So again, this can be a little wonky. You gotta give it a little time.
Altimeter
Eventually you'll log in.
Cleared ILS runway 19er approach.
Fuel pump off.
Cleared ILS runway 19er approach. Eagland_1.
Alright, come on, autopilot. Don't fail me now, Otto.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
All right, with that, we're now gonna go now. No. That should follow that path if it's working, which I believe it is. That right there is the Missouri River, I think. I'm thinking that is. That's basically, yes it is. Going, I'm sorry, that's Omaha. Give me a second. I think it's the Missouri. That is the Missouri River, everybody. And that's Kansas City. Let's get a good picture. Picture time. It's picture time in Kansas City. Oh, right. Very good. Missouri River. We're also gonna stall once I get this thing down. Yeah, I get that. I have to lean off the mixture. I get it. Oh, autopilot turned off. Oh, it's kind of wonky. Got some clouds here too. All right, I can see the autopilot's not doing its job again. All right, let's try this again. Nope, it's not doing its job again. If I hit that one, get to 4,500. Oh my God, could you just hold the nav, please? Thank you so much. Let's go. Please, autopilot, just work. It's like it sways to and fro until it locks in. It's amazing. Let's also get down here. Okay. God, this is making me angry. Come on, man. No, it doesn't want to hold autopilot. I'm trimming down. Sorry, this looks like total button, like I don't know what I'm doing. It's just the autopilot is not kicking on. About to fly this by hand, everybody. Trimming down. Let's go. Way too high. Please, Mr. Autopilot, just work. You're still not working. Still not working. I cannot believe this stuff. You can't make this stuff up, everybody. Alright, we're gonna go 6.5 to get above these clouds. So we'll do that now. Let's get a heading on. And now we'll get some nav on. Now, 5 to 6.5. Okay. All right. Things are looking up, everybody. Let's see if I get this to work. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts. Alright. We might be in business. We shall see. Welcome to the Oregon Trail. We're supposed to be at St. Joseph's in about 21 minutes. And we should probably get to ATIS right now. So 125.05. See if it works.
Thunderford 1, wind 090 at 4, clear to land runway 19er.
Okay, back to Unicom, because we're out of the Delta, crossing the Brow.
St. Joseph Airport information Romeo, 0200 Zulu.
Calm.
Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 1900 broken. Temperature 22. Dew point 18. Altimeter tree 001. ILS runway tree 5 in use. Landing and departing runway tree 5. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Romeo.
Romeo.
St. Joseph Airport information Romeo, 0200
Calm.
Zulu. Wind calm.
Is 10.
Visibility 10. Sky condition, ceiling 1900 broken. Temperature 22. Dew point 18. Altimeter tree 001. ILS runway tree 5 in use.
Okay.
Landing and departing runway tree 5. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back, hold short instructions.
Well, that kind of worked.
Advise
It didn't go to
controller
guard
on
right
initial
away.
Contact you have Romeo.
Hopefully after that goes to guard. Okay, tower frequency here is 126.9. So get that in there. Let's see if it holds at 6.5, because I haven't flown the Warrior in 2024 except for at Bayport, which it worked okay. Just the autopilot's wonky. So hopefully, you know, it's getting better, I think, in 2024, but it's not perfect yet. So. I'm not liking that little glitchy stuff. I don't know if you're hearing that, but that is, I think, my i9 being the limiting factor here. But I did go with reduced settings. That's Kansas City International, everybody. And I think that's payware. I could be wrong on that. Let me see what I got. Tropical Sim. Tropical Sim, and that's 2024 native. So, not a lot of native scenery out there, but there is some. So, can't really see it past the clouds though, but it's cool. Alright, Rosecrans Memorial, which is the name of St. Joseph, sorry, Missouri. Rosecrans Memorial is the airport. And then when we land, we're not going to turn the engine off. I'm going to taxi off though. I'm going to give the history of why we're going to St. Joseph. The Oregon Trail. At least we know for now that we will not do this. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Not in my Oregon Trail. Oh, wow. See, that command to stay even after these series. I made it for these series of flights. I planned this in January this past year. This is the first flight we're taking on it. So we have lots more series to do. It's just finding time to do them. So. Music library is now up to 840 songs. So hopefully you don't hear a lot of repeats. Alright, now we are going to have to punch underneath these clouds. But we're in a Bravo basically, so we don't want to typically descend down there unless we have permission. So I'd rather keep it up here at 6.5. Then we'll try to punch through some clouds as we get closer. But we are very close. We're only 28 nautical miles out from St. Joseph, Missouri. It's a race stick. I gotta get a rave mode. Just gotta happen sometime. Well, this thing's flying pretty well. I probably want to kick that back to about 2,500 now that I'm beating the crap out of the engine. One final leading of the mixture. Make sure we're good. We are good. And we are on the right path here. I'm not liking these clouds. Did say scattered. So what NBA team does Kansas City have? No, they don't. Kansas City Kings relocated to Sacramento in '85. Well, what professional team does Kansas City have? I know the Chiefs, the Royals. Could be the Royals. I forgot about the Royals for some reason. So that was probably. Did the Royals have an indoor park? Though I know it has all the features there. Pat Dog, what's up? And welcome back, my friend. Things are looking up, right? That was you that mentioned that on the Virtual Safe Flying Club, correct? I think that was you. Might have not been you. I could be confusing with someone else. But, could be you. Can't remember. Oh. Jet pilot Simmons seems to be in a country known for its stogies. Yeah. That was in the admin only, so I'm not going to report where he is, but looks like he's having a little fun. 15.5 minutes to our first destination. Just a quick stop, full stop, and then we'll taxi back and do all that stuff. Why are my landing lights on? None of these buttons are working tonight. Fuel pump working? Yeah, okay. Everything else is working. My yoke works. Yay. The nav lights are really faint, but they're on. See that? That's not that bad. And the beacon is kind of flashing, but probably should be a little bit brighter than that. I'll take it. The strobe lights are kind of working. Wow, look at that. It's a good picture moment. Service update 3. New computer coming in. AMD 9950X 3D. I am excited. This one's 6 years old that I'm on, so it works obviously, but it's struggling a little bit with the CPU, so that's what we're updating. Keeping the 3090. And just gonna put that in the new computer. But I got the motherboard today. That thing, it's a heavy motherboard. So it's an Asus motherboard. So then I was like, oh man, back in the day I used to use 8-bit. Whatever happened to them? They actually closed shop in like 2009. Didn't know it. They were like a Taiwanese motherboard creator or manufacturer, but they weren't that bad. I say Taiwanese and they're like, but they were actually good back in the early 2000s. Just didn't know that they closed up shop. This is not looking good to punch a hole through, though. Unless I go over there. Alright, let's go back to heading mode then. Looking good for heading. Alright, let's go to the right and see what we can do. Let's see what damage we can do over here. Or we can punch through there. Oh, that might be on. Yeah, I like that side better, actually. Let's go that way. Pat Dog, how are you, my friend? Alright, let's start descending here. We'll go down to 2.5. Come on, man. Alright, good. Woo. And vertical speed. Going down. Alright, we're at that inner circle of Bravo-ness, so I'm good with doing this. Keep that back. We're gonna fall 2.5. This is right on the Kansas-Missouri border. But this is still Missouri. It's like they cut out this little part for St. Joseph here. What did they say for a runway? 3.5. Oh. Well, that makes it convenient, because that's like where we're going. So we are straight in for Rosecrans Memorial. How's that? Very good. And now I'll tell you the significance of St. Joseph on the Oregon Trail. Man, it feels great to fly again. The only real series I planned and finished were the Star Trek ones. And that was about 2 years ago. So we gotta get on this. Tons of plans. Just I'm not gonna be flying in real life for a little bit either because I gotta pay off that computer, but it's almost halfway paid off already. I haven't received all the parts yet, so had to pull the trigger. $200 off what I was monitoring all the prices for a while. And I could have waited till Black Friday. But like, I don't want to do that, you know, because you don't know, and like, honestly, it's gonna be worth it. So, and I did have the means. I looked at all the financials and double checked and triple checked prices. So I bought the memory used, so I got like $100 off that. So it was a good deal. I got everything in one fell swoop because I didn't want to do that where I just buy one piece and hold it, because you don't know, you know what I'm saying? So. Shocked that none of these buttons are working, the landing light and stuff, but that's okay. All right, one more time. 125.05. We're on Unicom. 126.9 controller, control tower, and we should be good other than that. Woof. What's pattern altitude? Let's go right down to that. Actually, 1,800-ish. So let's have it go down to that, and that way we're set up in a good way to land at St. Joseph. I've never flown a lot out here, which is why the Oregon Trail is kind of attractive to me, because it was like, oh cool, we can like do a lot of airports we never did before. So, but we will be flying the whole Oregon Trail over time. I really want to do the VinFizz flights too, and I actually want to like get them done this time. I've been trying for years to do that too, but I'm gonna try to be more dedicated. I'm not coaching soccer this year, which helps a little bit. So my daughter's very much into gymnastics and stuff, and Zach's into baseball. He also does band, by the way. Wonderful performance today. So I recorded it for my band to see, because they don't understand anything. No matter how many times I tell them we should have a summer band camp and stuff. But I'm hoping. I'm just going to try to get it going on. It's very tough. It's not the kids. It's the town in general. Like they for some reason don't really value music as much as others. So, and they'll talk a good game, but they won't do anything. So, less negatives, more positives. So, St. Joseph, here we go. There it is out in the distance. That's St. Joseph over there. Well, StreamerBot seems to be working. That's cool because I was a little nervous because it kept giving me this user interface error. They integrated Kick now automatically in it, so I'm wondering what happened because I had to use a workaround to make it integrate with Kick. So I'm hoping that one of those things is the user interface thing, but it seems to be working still, so. That should mean that I'm able to send my chat over there too. So. Yeah, I mean I haven't closed this fatal exception thing. It says that it's in a fatal, like a bad state, but like it's working, so I have to leave it. So I might try to reinstall it. The problem is I have to back up everything, so not too happy with it right before stream updating and that happening. So Chuck Norris can tell them.
Chuck Norris doesn't request ATC clearance.
That's right.
The runway clears itself.
Runway clears itself. Alright, we're 13 nautical miles out. I'm going to report 10 nautical miles out, but we're going to land at St. Joseph's on runway 35. And we're descending down to 1,800 feet. So. 3001. Looking good still. But yeah, imagine having to start your trip out west over here on a wagon. And the Missouri River is kind of like the lifeline here, so. It's all good. Should probably make an Oregon Trail banner. Might do that next. Alright, take off my tablet so you can see things. St. Joseph over there, the airport should be over here on the other side of the river. And we're about 11.8 nautical miles out, so let's change frequency to tower. Rosecrans Memorial traffic, Warrior Zero Echo Foxtrot. We're about 12 nautical miles to the south, entering an extended final for runway 35, full stop, Rosecrans Memorial. Right, there's the runway. I'm gonna take it El Manuel from here on out. All the pilots off, right? Seems to want to go right. It's weird. I might have to calibrate this yoke again, which I'm kind of tired of doing that too. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Not gonna do that on stream, obviously. Thing is, I don't want to lose all my commands in StreamerBot if I have to reinstall it, so I have to figure that out first. Rosecrans Memorial traffic, Warrior Zero Echo Foxtrot, extended final, 10 nautical miles out, runway 35, full stop, Rosecrans traffic. I'm going to cross the Missouri here. St. Joseph off to our right, right there. Trim down, trim down. Yeah, I might have to uninstall it and keep that script or something. Well, that sucks. Now that kick is integrated. So this was another starting place on the Oregon Trail. Some people came here instead of Independence. Independence is obviously the popular place, though, in lore. We'll talk about it after we land and get on the ground. lost nameplates. I don't think I hit them again. Yeah, I could have. Trim down. And I cannot wait to see the difference in the MD. I think it's going to be huge on the stuttering. I'm going to crank everything. I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, can I crank everything, you know, pretty well in 2024 if I get that with this setup? And they said yes. So obviously in very big photogrammetry errors, it won't struggle, but it might give like a little loading, and that's it. That's what it said. So, but it's more powerful than the i9. And if you're wondering why I got the 9950 instead of the 9800, which shows a little bit better frame rates, it's because I have a lot of software running. And not only that, I bought it for video editing, so I'm going to need that multi-threading performance, which is better than the 9950. And with the crap loads of scenery I run, the 9950 will hopefully decode it a little bit better. The frames will be fine either way. So that's what ChatGPT said, and I'm starting to trust that more because even my settings right now in the i9, they're not cranked, but it gave me some really good settings where it's been pretty stable. You're not hearing all the glitchiness and everything like that anymore. So Rosecrans traffic, Arrow 0, Warrior 0 Echo Foxtrot. 5 nautical miles out on the final for runway 35 Rosecrans. Alright, we gotta slow this down. This car feed on. Thank you. Back to 1800. Okay, go full rich on the mixture as of now. Tending is flat, angle down. I'm still angling down anyway, so I'm gonna trim up a little bit. I think it's just to turn off to the right. Okay, everything that flaps. That's 25 degrees. Should be about 80. 75, 80. And we're looking pretty good at St. Joseph, Missouri. Crossing the Missouri River, everybody. Oh, look at that beautiful angle right there. Over the Missouri River. Also switch tanks when I'm on the ground. Fuel pump on. Now we can switch it now. How's that? Right tanks. We gotta leave the fuel pump on for landing it. Typically, you're supposed to do that. Oregon Trail. It's a really good song. Created by AI. I was very impressed with the skill on that one. We also have a couple more series of flights planned, but I got to get on these. It gives me ideas. I just got to get to flying. So Oregon Trail happening tonight. Not the whole thing, but the first of many flights. Rosecrans traffic, Arrow 0 Echo Foxtrot final, runway 35, full stop, Rosecrans. Okay, slow it down. Put the last thing the flaps in. 70, 65 coming in here. (2024) has gotten better. Still has its quirks, but it's getting better. I have to try the 172 again because there's birds everywhere. Look at that, birds! Holy shnikes, there's birds everywhere. All right, woof. That was the most birds I've ever seen on final. You telling me there's tons of them? Throttle out. It's even more. Holy shnikes. Yep, touchdown already. There we go. Yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your friend? All right. Very good. Let's turn off to the right here. And let's learn why we landed near St. Joseph, Missouri, on the Oregon Trail. Rosecrans traffic. Warrior 0, Foxtrot, clear front with 35. Rosecrans. Okay. Stop right here. So we got tracker off. Back to the checklist. Clean it up. Flaps are up. Good job. Carb heat off. Fuel pump off. Strobes off. We can kind of leave them on, but landing lights are going to stay on. Pitot heat is not on. Okay, good. So let's learn why we are here in St. Joseph, our second destination. So St. Joseph was a critical point for immigrants heading west. It was an essential location for outfitting and supplies before crossing the Missouri River. The city was also the starting point for the Pony Express, a fast mail service that shortened communication between the East and the West. The Pony Express Museum provides insights into the role St. Joseph played in the expansion of communication and trade during the 19th century. So St. Joseph, Missouri. I did the pixelating myself there on the picture, but that's a picture of it back in the day. I don't think it's the 1800s. But that's why we're here. Second stop on the Oregon Trail. And now we're going to be going to Omaha, Nebraska. So let's change this leg information, shall we? Bam! So we're going from St. Joseph to Omaha, Nebraska. Kilo, Oscar, Mike, Alpha. And this is our final destination for tonight. Just the first flight in a series. And we're going to taxi back to 3-5. Just one more time to the weather, too. Just make sure. Seems like we have some public airways here.
St. Joseph Airport information, Romeo.
Continental Express order. No, United Express. Excuse me.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 22. Dew point 18. Altimeter tree 001. ILS
Same
runway
altimeter.
tree 5 in use.
Alright.
Landing and departing runway tree 5. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All
Again,
aircraft
this is
back hold short
default,
instructions.
but we're going
Advise
by
controller
historical
on
means
initial
here.
contact you of Romeo.
Alright, Romeo. Not that we need that because no controllers are on. However, Omaha still has air traffic control from that sim. So that's kind of cool. Uh-oh. Come on now. We might have to reload. Good news, 2024 doesn't take as long to load. Oh, there we go. It's just loading scenery. That's what I'm hoping stops when I build a new build. Because that is annoying. There's no need for that. This, again, only supports up to PCIe 3.0 in this old model. So now the hard drives I have support up to 4, the main one does. But it supports up to 5 on the new motherboard. So in the future, not anytime soon, I'll probably be upgrading the hard drives as well. But the good news is all the M2s are going to be like on the motherboard. I only have 2 out of 3 on the motherboard right now. The other one is in a network type card because my computer right now only has 2 M2 slots. So that's why we upgraded. So it's been 6 years, a little over 6 years. 6 years and 4 months. And I just felt like it was time and I had the means to do it. Alright, don't have to do a run up because we didn't stop the plane. So I'm going to pull up, announce, and go. Okay. Omaha is probably towered, so I'm probably going to have to get permission to land in there, but that's okay. Yeah, it's Class Charlie. Alright, that's where we're going to end it tonight. And then pick it up on another flight. So, look at all those birds. Do you see all the birds flying? Look, they're all over there. That's what I landed in. Holy shnikes, that's a lot of birds. That is an exorbitant amount of birds. That's the most birds I've ever seen. I wonder if it's like that in real life. Anyways, we are good to go. Plates. Not Emory. Rosecrans. Okay. I didn't show you the tablet. That's all right. Rosecrans traffic. Warrior 0, Foxtrot departing runway 35, departure to the northwest. Rosecrans. Clear to go. So, if you wonder what that little orb is, that's like lighting. I have a add-on that does better street lighting. That is a crap load of birds. That's the most birds I've ever seen. That's an add-on too, still. That is a lot of birds. Oh. Alright, rotate at 55, climb at 79. Best glide 73. In the middle, got some birds over the runway. Here we go, full throttle. Oh, I never checked my trim actually. Give me a second. Not that it probably needs it, but here we go. Yeah. Alright. Well, way to abort that takeoff. Here we go. Full throttle. It's gonna take a little bit to get off the ground. You let it fly itself off the ground. There we go. That's kind of realistic on a Piper, to be honest with you. The low wing design doesn't like get up as fast as a Cessna. We're trimming up slightly for 79 knots. Okay, until we got track off for 1 second. All left turns. Okay, should have checked that on the ground. But that's all right. Until we got track on. Wants to go to the right, and I think that's because my yoke is being a pain in the butt again. Calibration at least, but I'm gonna do another hardware calibration after the stream is done, and we'll see what happens. Again, I'm not pushing the cable in all the time anymore, so that's awesome too. All right, we're gonna depart straight out. Just keep an eye out for traffic. I hope I have traffic on, like nameplates, because I'm not seeing any. Unless there's just no traffic here. Missouri River. Following that up to Omaha. Not like over the whole entire time. That's the big thing about the Oregon Trail. Is getting to the Missouri River, and they would take it up and down with like boats and stuff. Okay, we're gonna keep it at 4.5. That's what I filed for. And we'll see what happens. But all right, come on. Heading for now. Keep it where it's at. Make sure it's working. Turn the tailgate tracker off. Maybe that right now. Alright. Now, it is going to the left, but not going to the left. You see what my problem is here? Alright, so I don't quite know what's wrong with the programming still, but it's not really quite there for the autopilot. Getting out the mixture. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna set this for 4,500. Vertical speed. Looking good. Alright, let's take a look outside. So that's us in the Missouri River, coming out of St. Joseph. And where all the nameplates went. I don't even know if they're on or off anymore. Yikes. Very cool. Take one more picture out of St. Joseph here. Kansas City, to depart from there. That was cool too, to be honest with you. Alright, over to flightsim Unicom. So we just got out of the Delta. And we're probably gonna get some flight following or something from Minneapolis Center here. So 133.4, we'll get that ready to go. We are doing this. So 85 is pretty good. Hour and 10 minutes. This is the longest part of the leg here tonight. On the Oregon Trail flights, going from St. Joseph, Missouri to Omaha, Nebraska. (2024) just become a little bit better, to be honest with you. Overall, still want to try the 172 out the default. Pilot's working now. Thank you to Otto again for working. Thank you for not making me do something like this.
Automatic pilot.
Coming up next.
There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
Like this. Uh-oh. Wrong button press, Eric. I have not died of anything, thanks to the autopilot. Well, that went down a little bit. 55 minutes to go from Omaha, Nebraska. Anything I gotta worry about? Not really. It's quick shots so we get to the Class Charlie. But I do have to contact Minneapolis Approach. Or center, sorry, not approach. Get that two-way communication in there. And also require landing clearance. But here's where we're at. So, on the Oregon Trail, we started right outside of Independence, Missouri, which is right outside Kansas City. Very, very scenic. We got to see Kansas City. We went up to St. Joseph over here. Negative 46 feet per minute landing, may I add. St. Joseph, our second destination on the Oregon Trail. And now we're going to end it tonight in Omaha, Nebraska, right over here at Epley Airfield. There seems to be someone there, which is kind of weird. So we contact Minneapolis Center when I get in there. So. Should be a good time. I still want to thank my sponsors that sponsored my 5th marathon this summer. My hip has not been the same since, but it's getting there. It's getting better. And thanks to Juricki Design, RealSim Gear, and Any Builds for sponsoring. And I hope they continue to sponsor in the future. Next year, we might only do like one big marathon. I think I'm done with the 2 marathon format for a little bit. It was just a lot, and it wasn't that it was a bust. I love doing it. It's a little frustrating with the crash desktops, but we'll be doing another theme next year. The hardest thing is finding themes, and I gotta be honest with you, ChatGPT will give me some good ideas, at least to get it in my mind, and then I take it with my creativeness from there as well, and sometimes change it to fit. That's what happened with the Ultimate American Canadian flight trip, and then National Lampoon's Vacation got in my head, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. So we are going to cross the border into Missouri. We're on the Nebraska-Missouri border. That's what the Missouri River is, basically. So, which is right over there. So Nebraska's on the other side, Missouri's on this side. But now might almost be the time, if you've been holding off on 2024, it might be about time to at least try it. I'm still waiting for the PMD 730 DG 737, and I wish that 2020 was stable in Los Angeles, but it isn't. It could be all my add-on scenery, I know, but I love my add-on scenery, and it should work with it. So Well, who knows? Maybe the AMD will help that out too. So, because I tried doing the 737 flight like twice and it just crashed the desktop both times. So, good times are afoot on the irrpilot channel. But I'm glad that we started the Oregon Trail flights today. So. Imagine having to cross all this by wagon, though. And these are just the starting points, by the way, because we'll learn why we're going to Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska. We'll learn the significance of that on the route when we land there and park. Very flat land, at least. The Rockies are the hardest part, probably, of the Oregon Trail. But I will be done with 2020, except for the 737, for now, unless this just doesn't work. But, knock on wood, doing better than the marathon. Because the marathon, it crashed the desktop when I got to my first destination, like right outside of it. And that was like 2 hours of flying, so. How are we doing on fuel? We're on the right tank. That's right, because I switched it for landing. Cool. I also forgot to put the fuel pump on, taking off, but that's okay. We'll be alright. Everyone survived. I'm gonna have to make a banner for this. I should have made one, but the Great Cycle Challenge thing kind of went up there. So I don't want to overtake the screen with everything either. But a rotating banner wouldn't hurt, right? I don't think it would. However, check out the Oregon Trail influence on the Where We're Going Today banner, you know? It took me a long time to do that animation, but it happened. These series of flights, like, it gives me a theme, but not only that, it makes me fly places I haven't gone to before, so. I'm hoping this AMD thing's gonna be sick. Like, sick. Get a good way. Be my first AMD processor as well. I did have a Radeon integrated graphics unit in one of my gaming laptops back in like 2015. The thing gave me a little bit of trouble on some things. It wasn't like a huge amount of trouble. But I never owned an AMD processor. But when I weighed everything out, I researched that thing between that, the newest Intel, and then the i14, and it just seemed like this was the way to go for flight simming, and also everything else I do. I do a lot, so. But yeah, it's a good processor either way from what I saw. So. I remember AMD's being like back in like the mid to early 90s. They were trying to encroach onto the 486 scene and stuff like that with their clone chips. But I was always an Intel guy till now because the i14s, they 14th gen, if you will, 14th gen i9s, they overheat. Some computers, is BIOS figure like that. That's just a mess. And then the newer Intels are more for multi-threading and more for productivity, if you ask me. Like they work okay, but they don't even come close to the AMDs for gaming. So that's why I decided AMD this time. So Oregon Trail. Missouri River background. And the pipe warrior. Minutes to go, and Minneapolis Center, we're getting near ya. There's an aircraft coming. No, actually said it's going to Omaha, but it's from Denver. It's United Airlines 792. So we'll see what they're doing. They're right in front of me, to be honest with you, like way out in the distance. So. To be honest with you, like, this isn't that bad 2024, but this is lots of flat land. I still think the ground textures, I'm using Google Map enhancement still, but they disabled the HD, which made it like double the resolution, made it look a lot, from what I remember, made it look a lot better, but he doesn't have any control over that. That was a Microsoft thing. So again, I know they're catering to the Xbox crowd a little bit, but this is ridiculous. Like, for people like me that have been doing flight simming on PCs since the beginning, we should have the option to have the high definition graphics. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll have to see. Alright, I gotta blow my nose as usual. I'll be right back. Well, look at that. We got some wind turbines on there. Pretty cool. It's a whole wind farm on there. All right. Omaha, Nebraska. I don't think I've ever been here in the simulator, nor in real life. Simulator, nope. And by doing special events, themed events, they get you out there, you know. Pretty cool. Where's the ATIS? Oh, there is Epley Airfield 120.4, so we'll get that in there in advance. That way I don't have any problems getting in there. Control towers 132.1, but I want to get at Minneapolis Center first, so we're gonna wait on that one. Lots of wind turbines coming up. What is probably the last 7 to 10 days of my i9 setup, and then we'll hopefully be switching to the AMD. On the windscreen, an air freshener? Where? do you mean that little plane icon up here? That's not an air freshener, but welcome to the broadcast, Kilrick. If you're talking about the outside air temperature gauge, which is a thermometer. Oh, so it's either, no, the plane is not. I don't think there are any air fresheners. Speaking about air fresheners, I designed some, but no one bought any, so I took them off the Air Flight Aviation Design Store. They were pretty cool too. But you know what's been a hot seller there? The windshield sunscreens. This one person bought 3 of them all in one order, and I was like, dude, they lived in Arizona, so that made sense to me. But I've got one in my car. I have the Boeing 737 windshield sunscreen. That I don't use it a lot because I'm in the Northeast, but it's there, you know. But it makes your window look like it's the cockpit of a 737. It's actually pretty cool. Well, if it was an air freshener, let's ask you what a scent would you think it would be? Because I don't know. That is a huge wind farm. All right. Give us about another 5 minutes, then I'm going to try to check a new plane smell. That was a good answer. I was going to say fresh air. I was going to say fresh air. All right. I'm going to have to work on this streamer bot, too, because I can't have that fatal exception every time I run it. Seeing that it's just updated and messed everything up. But I think it might be that little workaround I had to use for kick. So, I don't know. The only way of getting rid of it, but I want to save my settings, obviously, but it's a big pain in the butt. That would take me forever to put the commands back in, but I'd do it. I'd do it. We're on our way to Omaha, the third stop of the Oregon Trail flights. It's a flight series where we fly the whole Oregon Trail over time. So I'm gonna try to stay more dedicated in getting this thing done. So like maybe even a flight tomorrow if I can make it happen. So things have been good. I went into my school when we start teaching on, well actually the first day's on Monday for teachers, but we start teaching on Tuesday. Got a lot of the photocopying done. My classes are all set up. My online class. I use an online thing to do my lesson plans on and then teach in the class and do that. So if they're absent they can check in. But all that is ready to go. I'm supposed to have a new coworker again this year. It's like every year I have a new coworker, and I can't blame them. Not going to go into why, but my ex-coworker found a full-time job, so that makes a difference. So I'm proud of them. New plane smell, huh? Never been in a brand new plane, Gilrick. I came close. The closest I've come to a new airplane is Nick Resler's Cessna 172, and that thing was 2 years old, but it's like a brand new Cessna it's a newer model 172. It's the only glass panel I've ever flown. I got to take that thing in for a landing in Nantucket, and that was awesome. And everyone was like mystified, like, dude, how's it fly? It's a 172 with advanced electronics. That's what it feels like. That's it. That's all it is. But it was cool to fly. We'll be waiting a couple months now for old flying. I gotta pay off the computer. Can only halfway paid, so I didn't feel bad about financing the other half. So, 0% and very doable in my budget. So my YouTube income covers the payments, and I still have $80 left over as of now every month. So. Check out those wind turbines, ladies and gentlemen. That is a wind farm. Is that lightning out there? There were some storms here earlier in the day. That could be some rain out there, so I don't know. See what it's saying on Sky Vector. No, scattered at 5,000, but to the west of that, overcast at 2,100. The storms kind of went to the southwest, so that's why I also waited to start this later on tonight, so. It's everything I thought Nebraska would be. Lots of open land. Look at those clouds. But if you haven't taken the dip into 2024, you might start thinking about it now. I'm not saying do it, but you might want to start thinking about it. It's getting better. That's all I'm going to say. It's better, faster than 2020, but it should be because this was based off of 2020. Then they, upgraded everything. It should have been this, at least this stable when it came out. It's not stable all around, so. Missouri River, which is the main river we're kind of traveling along, the Oregon Trail. All right. Yeah, I haven't tried career mode. I just have no interest in it. It's just, I don't know, it's just the IRL pilot. I can go flying for real as a private pilot, if I wanted to. But I get why career mode is addictive to some people. I do. I think it's a very good thing for the sim, but I've heard it's a little off right now still. Yep. But for free flying in some planes, because that's my problem, is on Service Update 2 and even the beta for SU3 before it became released, the 172, it wouldn't take off. I was like rotating and it would just say stall, stall, stall. And I was at VR and trying to get the VY, and it just was stalling the whole time. So I'm going to try that again after I get done with this flight, maybe. And then I have to figure out Streamer Box, just got updated. But, yeah. I don't know if I'd ever try career mode. I got to be honest with you. I'm just more about flying. I pick the flight, I do it, That's just me, though. I get why people like it. I do. All right, Minneapolis Center is still on, and we're about 60 nautical miles. So let's see if we can get some signs of life here. 133.4. Minneapolis Center, November 120 Echo Foxtrot.
120 Echo Foxtrot, Minneapolis Center.
Warrior 0 Echo Foxtrot, type Papa 28 Alpha, requesting flight following. We're on our way to Omaha direct, 60 nautical miles to the southeast.
Last aircraft, call sign again.
November 120 Echo Foxtrot.
Warrior 0 Echo Foxtrot, well, 2423.
4243 0 Echo Foxtrot.
2423.
2423 0 Echo Foxtrot. Alright, here we go. Should be picking me up.
Delta 1379, Minneapolis Center.
I did that a little out of order, but I got the information out, so.
Delta 1379, did get a readback from you the last couple times I tried. Proceed direct to Sam. Within a maintain 7.
I get that. I got that. Yeah. And you have to buy the planes over time? Is that what you do? So.
Spanner 10, Minneapolis Center, radar contact.
Growing up though in the virtual airlines, I never got into those pilot life programs either. Where you get like salaries and stuff. I don't know. Just never really was into that stuff. But again, I can see why some people get really big on it. Gives you a purpose. That's what it does,
Warrior 120 Echo Foxtrot, I'm not seeing anybody down where you're looking. Make sure you're signed in on the network, not as a server.
Roger, I'll come right back with you. Sorry about that. And Minneapolis Center, War Zero, Echo Foxtrot. How do you see me now? I left it on reserve. So I was doing some testing. I was fixing my stuck button problems on the Honeycomb Alpha, which we seem to have done.
November 120 Echo Foxtrot, radar contact.
There we go.
4-3 miles southeast of the Omaha VOR, 4,500.
Yep.
And you want a flight following to what destination?
We're going to Omaha, Kilo Oscar Mike Alpha.
40 Echo Foxtrot, roger. Omaha altimeter 3006.
Roger, 0 Echo Foxtrot. Did say 6, right? Yeah, okay. It's a little soft, but we'll work on this together. We'll get it there. So, all right. If you're wondering where we are, we're right outside Tarkio, Missouri, and we're about to cross the border into Iowa. That's right, Iowa coming up.
Delta 1379, descend and maintain.
It's happening off. Pizza? I don't think I have pizza. What does that do? Does that order a pizza on my tab? Seriously? Who put that command in? You have Chuck Norris commands, so those are the newest ones, and they're random. If you just type in exclamation Chuck, it comes up with a random one.
More like a controlled roundhouse kick to the runway.
Just saying. You could get a pizza on Chuck, but he might kick your butt.
Delta
Just saying.
1379. Third visual approach from 30 right.
That seems to be rain out there.
The indicator doesn't measure
There you
my
go.
climb. It measures how fast the ground runs away.
That's right. There's about 21 of those, by the way. They're randomly picked by StreamerBot. So, and we seem to have some rain out here, so we'll see what's going on with that.
Reliable 412, heavy Minneapolis Center, radar contact. Proceed direct onto J, climb and maintain, flight level 40.
Lots of wind turbines and flat ground. That's what this is. And we're just about in Iowa right now. And I guess Omaha's right on the border. Yeah, of Iowa and Nebraska. Right on the border. I never realized this. I know it probably sounds dumb to people who live out here, but like, I live in the Northeast and I've never even like ventured out here in real life at all. Nor in the sim. Have never really flown to Omaha, last thing I remember. So this Oregon Trail has been a good thing already on this first flight of this series as we fly the Oregon Trail. Good times. But I'm hoping to fly again tomorrow, the second portion of this. We'll have to see because I have to edit some more graphics and stuff. So, and definitely would like to get it done by Sunday. On Sundays, my daughter has a gymnastics thing I have to go to. Tomorrow I have to see what's going on with everybody. I think my son might have baseball practice tomorrow morning. So it looks like there's a little cut through right there. We're heading right for it. Isn't that amazing? It's like goalposts. It's good.
Walker 31, 80.
I'm taking a picture of that though. I'm also seeing if my nameplates are on or off, or what's going on with that, because I haven't seen any nameplates in quite a while. But if you do want to fly with us, we're going to be in Omaha in about half an hour, and then That'll be the end of our flight for today. The first flight on the Oregon Trail flights that have been planned since January.
Just a call short of the run.
Yeah, I think we can go right through that. That's not going to be a problem. We might have to go a little bit lower, but we are able to go into the Trail Lakes. We have established two-way communication with Minneapolis Center, so that's the good news.
Delta 1379, contact Minneapolis Power 126.7.
This has been a pleasant flight, except for the autopilot, but you know, I can put up with that. I can put up with that. Do you think I need a pizza command now? I'm not ordering pizza for people. I'm broke. I'm getting a new computer and building it by Labor Day, hopefully. So, Eric is on the... I got a nice computer coming, so I'm not going to buy anything else nor fly in real life for a little bit. I'm not buying pizzas from people. I'm sorry. But this is what I got that made me want to get a new computer. That's right.
What you gonna do when mania runs wild on you, brother?
I know, some people think it's too soon, but I had that come in a long time ago. You think so? You think I would? You know, I might do that. It might send you a link saying you could buy a Papa John's pizza. I mean, that pizza's pretty good. I don't know if I agree with the political content of Papa John's, but the pizza's good. I usually don't eat a lot of pizza though. I try to stay a little healthier now. My older aging days. Let's see what up here in the Northeast we got Papa Gino's. That's like the big New England pizza brand, if you ask me. And then my kids love Domino's. But when I was growing up, we had a local restaurant called Uncle Tony's, and that was pretty good. That was like oven baked pizza. We had Bertucci's too. I don't know if you have Bertucci's where you are. I don't even know where you're at, but Bertucci's used to have like the the fire roasted pizza with the oven. That was pretty good. But I don't eat a lot of pizza. I try to stay away from carbs. It doesn't mean I don't eat pizza. It just don't eat it a lot, which kind of sucks. I guess I had enough of that in college.
Delta 85.
All right, let's check our fuel here. Left's at 20, right's about a little less than 20, so we're going to do the change. Fuel pump on, going to the left, and fuel pump off. There we go. Fuel pressure still holding. Looking really decent out here. Oh, do they? I can probably do that. See, I gotta look at it. I mean, I'm not against buying Papa John's. You know what I'm saying? I remember that the crust was good, but they put sugar in it. I mean, I know it already has carbs, but they put sugar in it. So that's not the best for me. I just got back from the doctor today. I had my checkup today, so as you get older, they put you through more. I'll tell you that. I'm not looking forward to that. I'm 46. You think that, you know, they could give you a reprieve till 50, but
radar contact.
yeah, we got some rain and rainbows. Look at that, rainbow and rain. And it seems like that little thing we were going through was, yeah, that makes sense for Nebraska though.
Walker 3182, Minneapolis Center, release for departure, clearance flight, not off in 10 minutes. Not up in 10 minutes.
I thought this was a good theme. The Papa Bowl, huh? I'm gonna have to check that out. A lot of places are doing that. Like you can get like sandwiches as salads instead. Stuff like that. You know, it's what it is. Alright, let's get some weather pretty soon. Probably about another 10 nautical miles. We're about 40 nautical miles out. And we're gonna, looks like we're going through that rain, maybe. Yeah, probably. It's that little alleyway there. Oh, we could fly through rain. Just a matter of what's the visibility, you know? I will say, I was very impressed with the rain effects in 2024 when I tried it out in the 152 the other night. And I flew that thing for hours, and it was fine. So, except for one crash test stop. I will say I had one. I feel more confident saying this is definitely the future simulation right here for 2024. So. Poppable. I'm gonna check that up now. You know, that sounds good. Poppable. That actually looks pretty good. See, I grew up with an Italian mother, like not from Italy, but grew up with people from Italy. So, oh yeah, create your own, build your own poppable. No crust, just toppings. Well, I'm not saying it's the healthiest still, but it's a lot better than having all that crust for me at least.
Minneapolis Center, Delta 212, flight level 400.
How much is that? Let's see how much a create your own is.
Center, radar contact.
Garden and veggie poppable. Why? Why? Just go for it. I'm kidding. How much is it? That's what I want to know. Can they just put a price on this thing? It's probably like $10, something like that, right? Maybe more. I don't know. Maybe if I got the app, they got a deal here. Well, you have to select your store and stuff. Poppables. Alright. I'm going to try to get a price before Omaha here. So. What was that thing they had? I don't know if they still have it for streamers, but you could put like all this food that you like and then people could pay for it. And like they send it to your house like as you stream. I don't know how I feel about that. But it was something for streamers like that. There's no delivery stores in my range, by the way, because I'm in Massachusetts. For delivery. Oh, there's one at Fall River though. That's not that far from me. Yeah, that makes sense that it's down there. Nothing immediately around my area, but Fall River is like a 20-minute ride. And then there's my old stomping grounds in Pawtucket. That makes sense too. So. Alright. They're not just going to give you a price. You have to like do all this stuff here. Is it $8 to $9? That's not bad. Given the current conditions of the world and prices. I read a story today, not that I eat lots of fast food or anything, but McDonald's is bringing down the cost of value meals, they said, because they're not selling. So, again, I try not to eat fast food. I just, my older age, so. Move closer to PJ. It's not that bad. There's one 20 minutes away.
Last aircraft day, call again.
It's not that bad. My kid plays baseball down there, so it's not that bad of a drive. You just have to drive for it. Too far, huh? I'm in a residential, woodsy neighborhood, though. Hey, you pay to live outside. Like Boston's not that bad. That's about like probably an hour drive with traffic. If it's bad traffic, it can be an hour and a half. Like when I went to go to Dallas this summer, I had to go through a lot of traffic to get to Logan. And then Providence in Rhode Island, I grew up 50 minutes north of there as a kid. But that's only like a 20-25 minute ride, not that bad. So FS Expo is really good for me this year. Next year, Minneapolis. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make that happen. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, but your traffic keeps moving. It's just one big conglomeration of traffic that keeps moving. So Boston can be bumper to bumper and you're stuck there. LA, it's bumper to bumper, but you kind of keep moving.
Right. Speed 170 or greater until 5 miles per hour.
True story. I thought I was going to end up in Los Angeles because I am a musician and a music teacher. I thought I was going to be young, go out there, try to do some studio gigs, maybe get in some bands. But never happened. life had different plans for me. So, not that I regret anything I did, but I've been to LA, I think, twice in my life. It's expensive out there, though. So anyway, I mean, the Northeast is expensive too, but LA is really expensive. So, I have some people I know live out there. One of them works in recording studios out there and stuff like that. So.
November Kilo.
Oh, really? That's not a bad way of living. It's not a bad way of living. All right, I'm gonna have to get some weather here. Let's do that. And I'll put that on screen so you can see what we're doing here.
Echo Charlie, Minneapolis Center. Good evening.
It's doing that thing again.
Here, altimeter 3015.
All right, Kilo. Wind 338 at 8. Visibility 10. Heavy rain. That's not what it's saying in Sky Vector because it looks like it's doing that little problem that we've been having. Hear that? It doesn't come in. I don't know if that's because the plane. All right, this says scattered at 5,000.
Right, heading 280.
That wasn't me, was it? Here, come back to me. Broken 24,000.
Endeavor 132 and descend and maintain 4,000.
Yeah, 23, 22. That makes sense with the rain. And altimeter 3006, right? I wish you could erase on this, but you can't. You have to erase the whole thing and start over again. So I just kind of scratch it out. All right, that's what we're looking at. There you go.
Advised weather for Omaha. Make straight in runway 32 right.
Make straight in for runway 32, and we just got the weather for Omaha. 0 Echo Foxtrot. So, we're going 35. Oh, wait, nope, wrong one. Uh-oh. It's alright, saved it. 32 right. Alright, let me write that down. Alright, 32 right. That makes total sense to me. Cool. Alright, we're gonna go to heading mode. Man, that, I don't know why it does that, but like, that's a new weird thing. A 2024 ism, if you will.
Traffic.
All right, pattern altitude
7 miles
would be
same direction. Heavy Airbus 360.
Omaha.
Airbus 350.
That's the Air Force Base.
3,600. Do you have that traffic in sight?
Where'd it go? Saw it before.
Follow that traffic.
Where did it go? Oh, see, I saw it because I got all my frequencies.
Oh, that was for Endeavor. Sorry, Endeavor 13.
Oops, sorry.
113. Follow that traffic. Caution wake turbulence. The heavy Airbus 350. Cleared visual approach from 30.
Dude, if I lived in Los Angeles, I might get like an e-bike. Like I have one for flying, like a folding one. But I probably wouldn't get a car unless I really needed it. Just e-bike that whole thing. This guy on YouTube that does that, he has like a really powerful like electronic bike. Where the hell is the Omaha information here? Fort Dodge.
Aircraft checking off. Go ahead.
Dude, I cannot. Oh, there it is. It's hidden. Okay, there we go. Epley Airfield. Pad altitude should be about 2,000.
Delta 7.
So let's start getting down to 2,000, shall we?
Alaska 972. Cleveland is offline. Oh, nope.
And kick this back to 2100. That is some gnarly cross I just looked up to. Thank you to Kilrick for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate it, sir. Trying to get to 1,000 people, and you just added to that. We're up to 982 people on YouTube. Appreciate you. See if we can get to 1,000 by the end of the month. I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll just keep working on it. And then I need people to watch my videos because that's the way I can make more money for Rule of Flying. Just currently paying off the computer. So.
5 in trail with heavy Airbus.
I mean, this is rain, right? Surprised we don't see rain. Oh, we do see rain. Little drops. Look at that, huh? Can you see that? Can. All right. So this is still legal. All right, we're heading for 32 right, which is why I'm heading up a little wide. And we're descending down to 2,000 feet. for pattern altitude. Oh, look at those rain effects. That's what I'm saying. Those are even better than 2020. Damn, we got some lightning out there too. But look at that rain effect, dude. That's like so realistic. Last time I had rain like that, I think might have been my flight out to Woodstock in real life. Wow. And yet on Sky Vector, it doesn't have rain, but there is rain to the west of me, and there was rain earlier. Nope, not even to the west of me anymore. So maybe the weather's a little delayed. There were storms out here earlier, though. I wish it kind of showed as you're on the outside view, but that's all rain. That's what rain looks like when you fly, if you don't know. Oh, we could hear it too. And the thunder rolls, den, 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 den. Thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes. All right. 3-2 right, coming for you. And we're going to turn off to the right because generally aviation parking is on the right side of 3-2 right.
8576, yeah, Roger.
Things are looking
looking
good.
At you, seeing how you're 50.
All right, let's see if we have any scenery here.
Aircraft in front of you. Well, before I get you down, I'm going to have to.
I do. Vertical Simulations, Omaha. It's a 2020
Delta
scene.
585.
So we'll have to
Are
see
you able
what's
to increase your speed
going on with that.
You prefer a vector?
All right, things are looking good then. Vertical sim, that's okay. It's probably mid-range payware.
Go Mach 7.8 if you'd like.
Okay, we're gonna increase the mixture because we're getting to 3,000
Delta
feet.
585. What's your current Mach?
We're Mach 7.6 currently. Delta 5.
Mach
That's not going to
7.6.
be enough. How about Delta 585? Can you accept direct Minneapolis Airport?
I'm gonna try to stay away from this little
Sure,
rain
we'll
cellar.
take
That thing's pretty. Look at that.
Delta 585.
That's not a
clear
good
direct
time.
Minneapolis Airport.
Fair direct.
Not a good time.
Airport,
Little rainbows.
Delta 585.
And this has been a good flight tonight. Glad we took it. Hopefully it gets all the way down to what it needs to be.
2997.
Kilrick, if I ever get some Papa John's thanks to you now, I will let you know. Maybe I'll take pictures and put it on my Discord. I mean, I do have my next appointment at my doctor in a while, so I have time. That's what I'm saying. All right, we have some telephone, electrical wires here, and we're going for 3-2 right. I'm gonna kind of go around this thing if I can. That seems to be really gnarly. As we get down to 2,000 feet.
Delta 85,
3006.
Muscle 3 arrival,
I
runway
think we're right about there.
30 right transition, Minneapolis altimeter 2997.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deviate a little bit to the east here. Just to stay out of that rain. Look at that, you can't even see through that thing. That is pretty gnarly. Not real world time, but this is supposed to be real world weather.
2765, Walker 5326, good night.
Very cool. Alright, we're at 2,000. Crank this puppy up. Mixture good.
American 1226, wind 25.
Kind of missed flying the Warrior.
Fly runway heading.
This stream and the stream before, I'm flying the Warrior again. 172, I'm going to test it again. The default. This guy's having issues with it. We have an aircraft over there. I don't quite know what that is. But, yeah. Alright. Cool. Alright, get around this way. Oh, airport should be over there. Okay, start heading towards it. Definitely get some rain here. Man, those rain effects are awesome. It's even better than 2020. Alright, there is an aircraft on my ADS-B here. You can see that little magenta thing. So I'm thinking that might be the ejected traffic. Supposedly right in front of me, landing. So that might have been the aircraft we saw, but no. That might be the airfield out there. The Oregon Trail. And let's hug it in here. We have to ask for landing clearance still, I believe. Because I don't think we got it. That'd be foolish to get it all the way out there.
American 1226, radar contact failed.
Fuel on the left. Back to the right. Fuel pump on. Right.
American 1226,
pump off.
roger. Turn
Pressure
left direct
holding.
Lucky. Flight level 370.
All right, we should be seeing a runway up ahead. So we'll see what happens. Oh, there's Omaha. Look at that.
1226, climb and maintain flight level 3.
Cool.
Correction.
Picture
Flight
time.
level 362.
Okay, I'm not seeing any nameplates though. I don't know if I turn them off or on or what's going on with that, but nowhere to be found. And the airport's out here, so.
Order 0 Echo Foxtrot 3408, runway 32 right, clear to land.
Glad to land. 32 right, 0 Echo Foxtrot. All right. My button doesn't stick anymore. I have fixed my yoke somewhat. Yay. I'm so happy he holds me. Oh. All right, 32 right. Oh, look at these little buildings out here. I don't know what that is. That's solar panels? That's something. I don't quite know what that is. Yep. What is that? Oh man. Alright, 32 right is one of these. Let's get closer, we'll decipher it. Omaha in the distance. Man, that is a sweet picture. Oh, lightning. See that? So I'm thinking it's this right here. Again, we're taking a right to the FBO. Very cool. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand why the scenery is still kind of loading in. This is the Google Map enhancement mod, so. Alright, 32 right is right there. And that's the taxiway, I think. So it should be good. Alright, keep moving on in. Keep on moving. Ticket El Manuel pretty soon. Omaha over there. Something wrong with this traffic over here. That's interesting. Maybe that was an old highway that isn't there anymore. Because it looks like it's kind of there, but not really there. Don't know what's going on there. And then there were tons of birds at St. Joseph. Alright, we're going El Manuel. We're flag by hand. Autopilot off. Trimming down. Trimming down. Car Pete down to 1800. Oh, hello. Stop doing weird funky things. Thank you. Trimming up. All right, so with that, first thing of flaps. It's a little windy here because of the storms. I want to be about 80. 85's not bad either. Trimming up a little bit low here. Vertical sim Omaha. Never been here. I think I maybe tried it out once or twice, but I never really flew here. So yeah, it's a little bumpy. It's a little turbulent with the storms. So we might only go 25 degrees of flaps. Keep it where it's at right now. We have a little bit of a crosswind from our right? 338. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. That does make sense. Let's do a little aileron to the right. Need butter? I'm going to try, man. I got negative 40 something on the last landing. That was quite impressive. I got a little left rudder, right aileron going on here for a let's stay on track here. Alright, 25 degrees of flaps. Should be about 75, 70. I want to land around 65 if possible, but we might need to be 70 the way this is going. I don't know about hitting the numbers. And we're going to go to the right here. We're going to go park over there because that's where the FBO is. Alright, yeah. Wind up and lightning. Wind and lightning. And the thunder rolls. Oh my god. Rain, lightning, and clouds. How plainsy of the Oregon Trail here. Go! Alright, do have a little crosswind correction in here. It's got little, because of the storms. It's a little...
FedEx 2969 traffic.
Not gusty. It's not gusty, but it has little throws in the weather here. Yeah, I know what you're saying. All right. How's that wake turbulence on? There was that aircraft before me, but I doubt that's it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it at 25 degrees of flaps.
UPS 10
coming in here.
Traffic 12 o'clock.
Man, did you see that lightning
About
strike
15 miles now, opposite direction, heavy 777.
These graphics are amazing. They got way better. I'm not stuttering it, loading at all. Imagine what's going to be with the AMD. Right. Throttle out. A flare.
Delta 871 Minneapolis Center.
Nah, we'll see. I don't know about that one. We're going to turn off of either Delta or Mike. Aileron fully back. That's supposed to be aerodynamic braking. We'll go to the next one. Going off of Mike. Turning right on Mike. That wasn't terrible, though. Wasn't as good as the last one.
Warrior 0 Echo Foxtrot. Exit to the right. Next taxiway. Taxi is general aviation ramp via Mike.
Turning our right onto Mike and going to the general aviation parking. 0 Echo Foxtrot. He knew exactly where I was going.
Citation 1 Echo X-ray. Salt Lake Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency.
C-90 aircraft right there. Alright, we're going to clear here. He already let me know to go to the FBO. And look at that. Signature's right over there. Pretty cool. There's actually 2 FBOs here. Right. TAC gears are over here too. But alright, let's get our checklist out. Can you see this? Yes, you can. Alright. Flaps up. Carb heat off. Fuel pump, I never turned it on, so we'll just keep it off. Strobe's off. Landing light is going to stay on. So we have a little bit of light there. Mixture is required. Trim set for takeoff. Whoop. Alright. And then we're good for now. So it's either signature or TAC. I've been to signature before. I haven't been to TAC, but signature has a notorious reputation for not being good. But we'll go to signature anyways. Alright. Tobii eye tracker on. Probably should have put that on for the landing, but that's okay. Definitely good for taxi. I think I just lost sound on the simulator, though. So that kind of sucks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't end it like this, simulator. Don't do it. I don't know yet. Oh, there we go. All right. And I'm hoping that that is what's solved with the AMD, by the way. That's what I'm hoping, because that was loading stuff.
Reliable 412, Kansas City Center is offline. Radar service terminated. Frequency change.
All right. Now, the problem is that you have all these big jets that probably wouldn't be at signature over here. See if there's any marshals. I would think that signature probably has. I mean, the TAC Air's been. I've never been to a TAC Air, but Bradley, I was gonna go to TAC Air when I was thinking about a flight to Bradley for the New England Air Museum. I never made it out there. Right, I'm gonna turn towards this marshal. Typically, someone would come out, help you park. I don't see any spots out there, so let's go to the side here.
Cleared to
probably park
the
near
Denver
these
International Airport, Omaha 1 departure.
jets over here or something.
Radar vectors Wallbox, then as filed. Climb via SID,
No
except
marshals to
maintain
be had.
5,000. Expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure.
By the way, we will lay down why we came here on the Oregon Trail flights next. Because I like to get a little history in here. Yeah, this umbrella. That's fine. Look at that wonderful umbrella right there. Okay, we'll park it over here. Pretty good scenery. We'll take a look at it with the drone cam. Just this thing here. Alright, parking brake on. We'll put it on now. And checklist. It's ELT verify satellite avionics are going off. So is a Tobii eye tracker. Alright, everything but beacon off. Landing light can go off. Panel lights, nav lights can go off. Alright, mixture full lead. Bags off, master off, lights off, except for those two little moments there of having issues. Why are those lights still on? I don't know. Oh, because the battery's not off. Yeah, I can't get the switch to work on that yet. But all right, welcome to Omaha. Let's learn why we're here first. And we'll be ending tonight's flight with this one after. But we are in Omaha, Nebraska, because Omaha was a significant location for pioneers who needed to cross the Missouri River and move into Nebraska. This crossing was essential for immigrants on their way to the Oregon territory, as the Missouri River was a primary water route. Omaha, along with nearby Council Bluffs, was where many immigrants boarded ferries or steamboats to continue their journey. And that's a picture from around the 60s right there. But I tried to make it like Apple IIe-ish Oregon Trail. Alright, with that then, let's go look at this airport. And hopefully everything works. We got some lightning and stuff here. Let me get off that sim as well. I did turn the tablet off though. And we are good. Alright, probably should have closed my flight plan, but I didn't really say that. I mean, I followed one, but look at the city out there. Alright, here's vertical sim. Omaha. Looks pretty nice. I like the signature already. The signature was pretty cool. Does the flag move? Does the flag move? It doesn't. Oh. But overall, it looks pretty nice. I don't think they modeled the inside, and we're getting lightning and thunder here too. Yeah, they did it. That's vertical sim, which still isn't bad. But graphically, it looks pretty good from the outside. Here's the other FBO TAC Air. Looks like they might have a fancier place here, or else this is the FAA. Oh no, it's customs. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, let's go to the main terminal, shall we? Man, that lightning is just hitting us. It's right on the Missouri River right here, by the way. So again, these three airports were basically starting points along the Oregon Trail from what I read. There we go. Nameplates are on again. These are real-world flights, I believe, that are pumped in through the flight simulator. See if they modeled the terminals at all. Oh yeah, they did it. Alright, good. Let me slow this down a little bit and we'll go inside the terminal. Well, they just didn't do the FBOs, which is fine. Look at that. No? Most people are having a conversation. That's a nice little picture. Oregon. Omaha. Why I say Oregon? Because we're on the Oregon Trail flights. This seems to be United. Pretty cool, huh? That's why we got this. Southwest Allegiant. And then this must be TSA, which is not modeled over there. But hey, it cuts down on the loading. Got a little hallway over here. Oh, no, that was deja vu also. Alright. Got a parking garage. Let's go check out Omaha. Also, let me turn off the drone follow mode, because what happens is sometimes, I know in 2020 that would sometimes cause a problem. Here's the Missouri River. Look at that. Awesome graphics. I want to take a picture of that. Okay. And Omaha, Nebraska, everybody. Downtown. It's been a pleasant flight today. I don't know what baseball team they have. It might be minor league. That's what I'm thinking. But either way, TD Ameritrade Park. Very nicely modeled. Wow, look at that! Wow! I don't know where all this scenery is coming from. I think that's just regular photogrammetry, to be honest with you. So, NCAA Men's College World Series. So that makes sense now. It's a nice stadium. Downtown Omaha. Right here. Man, where did I get all this scenery from? I think it's just the normal 2024 scenery. Check. Omaha trees. I have Omaha trees, and I also have... Oh, that's a Tomahawk. Okay, that was an aircraft. Yeah, it's just the trees in Omaha, which I think that's a 2020 add-on. But, man, if this is the regular photogrammetry, they did a nice job. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So anyways, we're going to leave you from here. Let's get some theme music on. Oregon Trail flights. We're going to pick it up from here and our next flight here.
Chuck Norris doesn't have a stall horn. The airplane just whispers sorry.
That's right, just whispers sorry. So we'll continue on. This is the official anthem of our Oregon Trail flights. AI did it good. It took a while, but it did it good. Get a picture of this with the airport. Alright, let's go back to the airport and get some pictures there. And then I'm going to call it a night. If you're on Twitch, we're going to rate someone on Twitch, so stay tuned on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, I ask that you please push that subscribe button. Also the bell notification icon, so that way you'll be notified whenever I stream. I can't really hold a schedule, because again, I'm a family man with kids and a wife. So the kids are getting older. I have to go to their events and everything, obviously, and I want to be teaching starting on Monday again. I'm in the Northeast, so we start school on Monday. I've been teaching for like 20-something years now. But, looking forward to it. Looking forward to teaching the kids. I'm not much for the other stuff. But from Omaha, with Lightning Thunder, and I guess a little Garth Brooks, I will see you on the next broadcast. I'm hoping tomorrow. I'm hoping I can fly the next thing of Oregon Trail tomorrow. And if not, I definitely like to do it on Sunday after my daughter's gymnastics. Or maybe we'll do both things. But Iowa Scotsman, I hope you're loving that RealSim gear. Send pictures when you can. So, alright, signing off from Omaha, Nebraska. Second airport on the Oregon Trail from what I planned. I will see you all. You have a good night. Remember to push that follow button, subscribe button, wherever you are. We need it all. YouTube, we're trying to get to 1,000. I want to monetize the channel so that way I can actually make some more real world money from flying. Not open yet? Well, enjoy it. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, hopefully Sunday. And we'll go from there. If you're on Twitch, stay tuned for the raid. Tip your bar and waitress staff well. And I will see you soon. Have a great night. Have a good one.